People with a destiny, got purpose and zest, you see. Books, business, and accessories. She walks in favor and she's blessed indeed. She keeps her head and her heels high, and her limits was beyond the sky. If it's purpose she's pushing, you tuned in with Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Join in, it might free up. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy trap won't win. For God has given you vision, and in the end you shall win. Table Talk with
Great
the
evening, great
Diva.
evening, and welcome to Table Talk with the Diva. I am the Fab Diva here. How excited and delighted about coming to you today. I need you to pull up your chair, and we're about to have a great and amazing conversation with John Singletary, the man of the hour, the podcast Help Yourself. So John has some enlightened information, and he's going to educate and share his experience as a father with a son with autism. So we are excited about that. So welcome to the platform, Mr. Singletary. How are you today?
We are doing great. Ain't that right, LJ? You say, hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, LJ.
Be here.
All right.
Thank you inviting us.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. I'm so excited. I was pushing. I believe in always being transparent. I hadn't feel my best today. So I did have my second dose of the vaccination, but because of some other health challenges, and as you said, I have more antibody in my body. So it's kind of, working on me a little bit, but because I am a diva and I'm determined, I'm inspired, and I am valued, and I'm very ambitious, I push through no matter what. So I'm excited. I said nothing is going to stop me from doing this show. This will be the last show for the month of August. I'm sorry, August, you guys, I'm already in the summer. The last show for the month of April. So autism awareness is where we at this right now. So we're excited about that. So we're going to jump right in. And so John Singletary, because I know you and we're family, I'm going to just say John, because I don't want to be slipping, but you are the man of the hour, and I'm excited. So ladies and gentlemen, please grab your seats. I need you to share, tag, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel at Destiny Chasers, so we can get the information out there. Mr. John has a lot of information, and we want to hear it all and be sure, because sharing is caring. So that's what we're doing tonight, this platform. And we always have an icebreaker. So John, I have 3 words. I'm going to give you a word. You give me the first word that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Well, LJ may answer. Who knows? Okay. So the first word, I will say endurance.
Woo, endurance, man. Grace.
Grace. Oh, I like that. It takes grace. Okay.
Hey.
What you say, LJ? You agree? All right, my nephew, you agree. All right. Second word is purpose.
Ooh, purpose. Passion.
Come on. Wow. Tailor-made. I love it. I love it. Fashion. That's right. I hear tailor-made when you said that. That's cool. And the last word, of course, my all-time favorite, everyone knows, it is destiny.
Destiny. Woo. Walking.
Ooh, I love it. Yes. Walking.
Walk in it, but one word to walk.
Yeah. Hey, I'm loving that, because in order for us to reach where we are destined to be, we've got to keep walking. We've got to not give up. We got to keep moving. Oh man, so I love that, and I always do the icebreaker, because words are important, and so we have already given the instructions through the word of God. We are to speak life and not death, but we have a choice. So we know sometimes, things arise and we don't always like the results or the situation that we are facing. So sometimes we, as human, we do make mistakes and speak the wrong thing over a situation. So as I get younger, I am learning to frame my world with my words. So no matter
Right.
what's going on, I am always pushing, ladies, gentlemen, girls or boys, frame your world with your words. If you say you can't, then you won't. If you believe that you can, then you will. So it's up to you. The choice is up to you. So you make the decision. So, okay, with that being said, we are going to roll right along. So I want you to share a little bit about who you are and that fine young man that is sitting next to you. Tell us who that is. I know he's one of my favorites, but I want you to tell the folks that don't
Right.
know.
That's right. So I am John M. Singletary Sr. This is John M. Singletary Jr.,
Awesome.
affectionately known as LJ. Uh, and so on the podcast, so we have a podcast called the Help Myself Podcast. And on the podcast, I always refer to him as my co-pilot. And so
Mm.
it tickles me to see people comment under the post like, "Tell the co-pilot I said hey," you know.
Oh,
He's a celebrity, but you know,
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
yeah. So we are two young fellas out here living the blessed life out here in DC. We're out here in Alexandria, Virginia.
Okay.
Uh, Air Force by trade, that's my day job, and internet personality by night. That's a
Come
joke.
on, man.
Uh, and I tell you what, when I'm honored to be on the show, especially you know autism and everything that you're doing. Um, to be a parent is one thing. Your children just really push you to another level. But when I say, you know, he has shown me things about myself that I never thought that I could do, that I never possible, push me to heights. Like a
Yes.
lot of the things that are going on that I never imagined could happen, here they are. And it's because every day watching him, you know,
Yes.
we talk about the challenges with autism and special needs, but this smile, that's a permanent thing. And he
I
approached life
agree.
that joy and with that. And if
Mm.
I look and I see my son approaching life with joy and happiness and courage, then I think I need to step up. So, you know,
Come on. Wow. I love that. Oh my God. You just a mouthful right there as a parent. It is definitely an honor. It is an honor to be a parent. Like you said, they push you. And so I can agree with that because being very ill, majority of my daughter's childhood life with diabetes and then being diagnosed that losing my sight, going through things, and I would say, oh my God, I'm not going to make it. I don't think I'm going to be here to see my children grow up. But as I got up every day, and the smile, a lot of times when I could not see the smile, I remembered because I had to remember, what I knew. And
yeah,
so with that, their smile made the difference. And so that pushed me because I was like, Lord, how can I be, losing my sight? And I have two daughters to raise.
mm-hmm.
They can't comb their hair. I've got to teach them this. I've got to show them this. And I remember just talking and just like really frustrated, angry, saying that. But when you said just now, it pushes you to new heights and make you do things you never thought you could do. And
Right.
I totally that is my wall. You agree with me, Auntie? You agree with your Auntie LJ? I hear you, man. That's right. That's right. So, man, you're right. The children, they will push you, man, to be your best person, be your best life, be your best self. So I agree, totally,
Now, and
totally.
what you talked about, frame your words, framing your reality. That's a huge thing, you know. So when we talk about autism, a lot of people see that it's special needs, or they look at the societal norms of special needs.
Okay.
But what LJ just brings a different perspective. He's an exceptional member of our family. You know, he's got superpowers, and that's some of the things that we've got to be mindful of. Is that he brings something to the table, and so we frame our reality like we're out here in the world succeeding and winning, and we don't. Our attitude isn't woe is us because of the situation we find ourselves in. We're excited about every opportunity to attack the day. and
Oh my.
it's success, and live out our purpose and walk in our destiny. And you know we
Wow.
got big plans. We talking a big talk, so we got to
I
walk
know
a big
that's right.
walk.
Come
And
on
we
with
love
it. Come.
yeah.
I'm loving it. That's right. That's right. Wow. Live out your reality. That's deep and that is truth, man. That is truth. I love it. So talk about the Help
Yeah,
Myself
yeah,
podcast.
sure. So, like so many other folks, I was dealing with the pandemic. Me and LJ sitting in the house, so I'm not going into the office. He's not going to school, and I'm just thinking. I got all these thoughts. I got all this time. I'm trying to figure out all these things. I've been talking about doing a podcast for years, and then finally I
Yes.
said, you know what? All I got now is time, space, and opportunity. So
Come
let's
on.
do it. My sister, you out here doing big things, writing plays and books and taking over the world. So how could I not be inspired? Because I'm
Oh,
keeping the same space with you. So we started the podcast, and really, it's self empowerment. It's mental wellness. It's using your language and your thoughts to frame a better reality. A lot of times we're defeated before we even start because I talk about how people use passive language, or they use self-defeating thoughts, and it's working on the mind space, but it's also working on your heart, because
absolutely.
there is no way that you can live a successful life if right here you don't love this person right here. So no matter what you think, no matter what classes you take, no matter what you do, if you don't love yourself, you're always going to find a way to sabotage yourself. And so, I got in the podcast, and I just wanted to talk about that. And then I also wanted to invite guests. We're still waiting on you to accept your invitation. I can't wait to have you on. But
You tell me when. You know me. I'm always ready. I'm
yeah,
always
so
ready.
we've been talking about that. But yeah, I got to have you on because I want to. My aim is I like having people on and talk about overcoming odds, and
Yes.
have and you've got a story to tell that people need to hear. So we've had guests on, and they've talked about their resiliency stories, how they've endured and they've gone
Yes.
through, but how they've come out better on the other side, and just so that's basically the focus of it. I thought it was just going to be something on the side, but now it's starting to
No.
get a little bigger than I expected.
So
And
much
I
bigger.
accept that, because
Yes.
that is
Yes.
the direction we're going. That is the direction that we will go. Ain't that right, man?
Excited. I'm excited about that. That is awesome. That is awesome. And it's amazing, like you said, because during the pandemic, so many people discovered their why. When they're sitting down and you have all this time and it's nothing to do but watch TV and, just cuddle up with a blanket or just chill because that's all we could do was watch TV and movies and, couldn't really go anywhere. Restaurants we closed down. So it was like being creative. I met so many people with so many
Yeah,
discovery whys. One gentleman
yeah,
actually,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you agree?
He
Come
excited
on
for
with
his
it. I
auntie.
hear you. I hear you, man. So one gentleman, he draws my blood at Quest, and so he discovered his passion for baking. He discovered his passion for baking, and he's like, I never thought I could bake, and I'm sitting home making pound cakes, and then I'm doing this, and then he's taking it
Has
to,
any stuff at the wedding?
having other people try, and then I had someone else discover, she wrote a book. But she said, I never wanted to write a book, but just everything that's happening, and so many people have discovered their why. So I said, there have been a lot of bad things that have happened during the pandemic, but there has been so many beautiful things that has happened from the pandemic. So a lot of people have birthed so many visions and dreams that they never thought they would do. But sitting down and having that quiet time, and it's amazing when we sit down and focus and lose all the distractions, the things that we can do. So it's powerful. So I am so honored and excited about the Help Myself podcast, and I've checked it out. And you a bad boy, and I'm just like, you know what, this dude right here, not because I know you and because we're family, but because you are a mighty man of valor. And I just love when you articulate and the things that you say. Sometimes I'm just like, John is a little deep now. This dude is a little deep. Now I see why my best friend, fell madly in love and married you. It's like, hey, I want to be your wifey and I'm gonna have your baby. So I was like, come on, T. So I see why, because
Oh,
you're such an amazing man. Yeah, seriously, man. Not rubbing elbows, but I'm just being truthful. You're an amazing man, and then to, you know, fly and just spread your wings now, being, a parent completely, where y'all were co-parenting at one point, and now you're just doing it on. You are just soaring. You're soaring in so many areas, and I'm just blessed by it. I'm so honored. I'm so honored.
oh,
Yeah.
we couldn't do it without your support. That's for real.
Any
That's
little bit,
for
any
real.
little bit. It
Yeah.
is a big joint.
Takes a
I am.
village. It truly takes a village.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Man. So, what has probably been one of the biggest challenges you face? And then, and I'm just gonna say challenge because it may not have been a challenge. What is probably one of the biggest things you've had to deal with, get accustomed to, and get adjusted to with LJ, versus on a, I don't want to say a part-time basis, but now
Being
full-time, 7 days a week.
a yeah, being a bachelor. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the things that I learned, and I can go several ways with this, so
Do
I'm just
it.
gonna jump
Do
into it.
it.
Yeah. Definitely want to keep in the spirit of the theme of the show.
Right.
I tell you what, and I'll say this too. I've got a different perspective from a lot of guys. Not on there, baby. There's a lot of guys, great fathers, but until you're the primary caretaker, until you're the custodial parent, when I would just get them in the summers and here and there for a weekend or a week or two, it was always like, yeah, mom's got it, this, that, and the other. But, now that it's on me, it's like there's never a day. I don't care who he's with or what he's doing that I'm not totally concerned about how this household is run and what's going on. And it's just a different level. Like, and again, I'm not trying to talk bad about any guys, but you keep the kids for a little bit and then you take them back to mama.
That's
but
right.
even while you got mama's worried about the kids and making sure the house and all of that. So that was an adjustment, but I mean, you love your children, and so you do that. But from the aspect of special needs and autism, man, Tika was a superhero because, man, like seriously, when I first took him to get his shots, sometimes it's just you just don't accept that she's gone. I almost called her like, "How do you do this?" and it's just from that perspective, it can be overwhelming because there's so much to do and there's so much going on. But man, in our journey, we have encountered so many wonderful, beautiful people that because I remember when he was young and stuff, and people would say stuff, and they meant well, but you got to take care of him, and I'd be thinking to myself, well, what else would I do? He's my child. Why wouldn't I take care of him?
That's right.
And I know what
Absolutely.
I'm trying to say, but these past couple of years, man, there are some amazing communities and some amazing folks, and even in this building that we live in, we meet people and they just strike up conversations with LJ and get excited. We were flying on the plane to go. I can't remember where we were headed, but one lady was sitting next to him, and LJ will shake your hand until you just. Like, don't you like to shake hands? He'll go all day. And this lady just sat on an hour and a half plane ride, just enjoying the time with him. So we've met so many incredible people. And so, it truly is, just to go back to that, your mindset, your words, looking at it as a burden in one way can be hurtful. But if you look at it as a blessing and an opportunity, the people and the resources that you need to help you, they find a way into your space. And it's been a blessing, man. Like we've gotten help and assistance that we didn't even know was out there, And so, LJ's a celebrity, so everybody's a fan of his. So,
Come on, man. Yes, he is. He's my superstar. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Wow. Well, I commend you because, like I said, I know it couldn't have been, a cakewalk, but it was definitely worth it. So, we do what we have to do whenever the opportunity presents itself, whatever it takes, we'll do it as a parent. And just being compassionate about your son is a blessing. And like you said, always want to know that he's okay. And so now you are the custodial parent. Me and of course his other aunties can definitely say that we are super proud just to be a part, but just I'm always tooting your horn and saying I'm just loving this man more and more, just how he is raising LJ. And so what I do love about, and I'll say with Dr. Latifa on last week when she started the show, about taking your son everywhere, taking your kid everywhere, no matter what. You don't leave them behind. You take them everywhere. You go, if they can go, if children are allowed, then definitely you take them. And when she said that, of course, immediately I thought about you because I was like, LJ is chilling. LJ is at around hanging, laying around the pool in Las Vegas. I'm just like, okay, I'm loving. I was like, I started thinking about just some of the trips that y'all had. You and your other guy friends and their sons, and you and your son. LJ never gets left behind. He is always your priority, and vacation and trips or whatever. LJ is going with some parents. It's like, well, no, I'd rather not take him because, or I'd rather not take her because. You don't make excuses. Hey, when you pack for two. You buy tickets, you buy them for two, and y'all are rolling out. So when she said that, I commended her. Like she said, they take her son. Seth goes everywhere they go. She's not going to leave him behind because, again, as you said, they're special. Not as in like special in a bad way, but definitely in a good way. So I commend you on that. I
Yeah.
commend you on that.
We going international after this pandemic slows down a
I
little
know
bit.
that's right. I know that's right. We're right there behind you. I am receiving that. Receiving that. So LJ, what's good today?
LJ.
What's good today, handsome? You thinking about it?
He
You
thinking about it. You
thinking
know how
about
LJ, he gonna do it at his time.
it? I heard that. I
Mm-hmm.
heard
You want to
that.
sit down for the interview? Yeah. So now we can't wait to see y'all here. I was about to say in a couple of weeks, but that's next week, ain't
Next
it?
week, man. Yeah.
We
The
excited.
Royale, the big Royal is next week. We're excited. Can't wait to see all the loved ones, man. It's been a minute. It's been a journey, but yeah, I'm excited to see you all.
Yeah,
Excited. LJ, I just tell your dad, man, I think I'm gonna have to find you a girlfriend at the wedding. And be some beautiful women there.
I don't need them. He growing a little mustache, and I don't like it. I don't. Uh, his little sideburns going all down like that. I don't like it. I don't
Oh
like.
wow.
I see why. I remember the first time I bought him a suit. Oh man, Tika was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like,
Oh
"I
my
get it now.
God.
I don't like it.
You
I
see the mustache and the little sideburns. Come on,
like a
that's it.
whole full developed mustache. I don't like none of this.
Yeah, man. They grew up so fast. Oh my God.
Right. I
I
had to stagger to
wait.
see so I look like I'm bigger than him, but he's the same size
Oh my
as
God.
me.
That is funny. I can't wait to see him. I know he gonna steal the show already. 'Cause I know how
Mhm.
you do.
Yeah, he can't wait to get on the dance floor. That's what he can't wait.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, but this month has been so I was so excited about doing it. I was like, man, I gotta get John and LJ on the show. And then you agreed to like, oh yeah, LJ gonna be right there with me. I was loving that. I'm like, because some people may be, ashamed or embarrassed and like, nah, he's not gonna do this or he's not whatever. Bring him. That's right. That's right. So you can handle you. You got this.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
front and center. So ask away.
that's right.
Ask away. So how does he know what type of services now as far as school, speech and what else is out there? What are some things that you do
So
to
here's the
enhance?
exciting thing. I always brag about this, but LJ goes to TC Williams. He's a Titan. That's the school from Remembering the Titans with Denzel
Come on.
Washington. So that's that's the school he goes to. So I'm always joking that last time I was in the school, I couldn't find Denzel nowhere in there. But
Come on now.
Yeah. But
Because I know I'd have been looking like, Dale, Denzel, where you at, man?
oh, he's got some amazing services there, man. Like his teacher. um, when he went back, he's going back to school a couple of days after the week now. And yeah, when I was like, "You ready to go see Uncle Mr. Morris?" and it just slipped out because his teacher is like family, man. Really amazing dude. All of his he's got speech therapy, occupational therapy at school, and
Yes.
ABA therapy and occupational therapy. Outside of school, and
Okay.
getting back in the he's been part of Special Olympics. He used to be a sprinter, but now that he done got older, he act like he don't want to run fast.
He
Except
don't want to run no more. I remember.
me to a race,
I remember. I remember him being in the Special Olympics. Teak was so proud and so excited about that. He was
Yeah.
so excited. I remember that.
No, so
That
they
is
got
awesome.
a lot of services out here. There's a lot. And obviously the pandemic is slowing a lot of this down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
to be expected.
But
Yes.
there's a lot out here. It's an amazing community, and I guess it's kind of a mixed bag. I meet a lot of parents that have children on the spectrum, and part of it is concerned, like, how is this happening? But then it's good for us to know that there's others out there because sometimes you can feel alone, and
Oh,
but it's not, man. We got a community there, like
that's great.
everybody that loves LJ, in my opinion, is a part of our community, our autism community. So you don't have to have a family member, anybody on the spectrum. All you got to do is be a part of our tribe, and we team LJ. So
Team LJ all day. Yes. Team LJ all day. I'm loving that. Yes, man. That is awesome. So I get excited just to know, again, like I said, that there's so many resources out there and you take advantage of them all, because some parents are kind of so protective and it's like they're missing out. It's like, he's a normal he's special, he's normal. So whatever assistance we can get or introduce him to that is available, it's like, why not? Why not? Grow up to be a better, stronger individual, and I've met a lot of them that work in the Goodwill or Chick-fil-A, and I
yep.
had a neighbor that worked at the Publix, and Matthew was artistic, but he was I called him it was like this brainer. Anything about Michael Jackson, he was fascinated with. And so that was his fascination. He knew all of Michael Jackson's songs. He could tell you about the video. He'll tell you when the song was written and when it was. I mean, and I'm going, how does he remember all this stuff? But he was amazing. He was amazing, but he was, and I don't know what type of that because I know there are different levels of the autism and, but I don't know all the proper terminology. But the type of guy that he is, because he's still working at the Public, but he was amazing. And so everybody looked for Matthew when they pull up and you want to take your bag. And I said, I'm good today, Matthew. I don't need any help. He said, oh, no, Pierre, I've got to push your bag out. I've got to take your groceries and make sure you get to the car safely. And so that would just make me smile. Like every time I went to Publix driving, Matthew was so helpful. And then I had another one that was at the Chick-fil-A, and she was such an amazing host, welcoming the guests and constantly going around to see what you need and if you need anything, and would just love to chat. And so it always made our experience just so welcoming when you go to Chick-fil-A, because I know I'm going to see Nikki. Nikki is beautiful, and Nikki is a beautiful, beautiful woman. And she's 38, but you went to look at her, she looks like she's about 18 or 19 years of age, but just the warm-hearted, big people. And they work and they're productive citizens. And I just love that. I love that. So what is something that LJ really loves? What is something that he really likes to do?
His iPad with the music.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I try to turn the volume down with. He cracks me up these songs he finds. He's been there's some song, I think it's Sesame Street.
Uh-huh.
Elmo and that's it right there. He's playing it.
That's
now.
it.
They singing about it don't matter what color I am, I'm a person and this, that, and other. I'm like, okay, Sesame Street.
I love it. I love it. Oh my God. I love it. So
Yeah.
he goes and he works independently on the iPad. He just go in and pull up his music himself.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't got on my iPad and discovered all kind of music that I didn't even know was out there. A lot of the music that I know of is because he found it. So
Wow. Look at that.
Mhm.
Look at
Yeah.
that. How amazing. So you teaching Dad, LJ, you're introducing him to some big things and better things, huh?
Yeah.
He got that music, that loving of music, honestly, because you know his mom was a music lover. We both just love music. We'll dance to anything. And so he definitely got that on his. So mama gave you that. Love music. Love music. That
Oh,
is
he
awesome.
loves music. I'm thinking about, I wanted to get him a beat machine, but we couldn't go in person and kind of look at him because I want to get something that he could work with. But because he's going around here making little beats and
Uh-oh.
singing to him and stuff, so I'm like, and then we call him a DJ because he'll be playing a song and he'll just be playing that intro riff, and then he'll
Yeah, yeah.
spin it right back. And you'll be listening, and you'll be thinking, I thought that they started singing by now, but it'll be him just cutting the song up and making it sound like an instrumental. And I'm like, how does he do
Amazing.
that?
So you're a DJ, LJ.
Mm-hmm.
I need to hire you for my next event, man. You doing it like that. You doing it like that, L.
You doing it like that, huh? Yeah, you are.
You doing it like that. Well, we call them LJ guys, so I hope you're tagging your sister and your friends because sharing is caring. So there's just little nuggets that he's dropping and saying how LJ has made him, to be a better individual, just a greater parent, not having any idea of the things that he's doing that he could ever do, but it is so impactful how he makes the difference and that he's teaching you where you're thinking, and not you're, but I'm just saying in general, we think that we're always teaching our children but they are
Right.
actually teaching us. And
Teaching
so,
us.
and they teach us a lot about ourselves, things that we didn't even know. So I commend you again just for how you stepped up to the plate. How you stepped up to the plate. So did you even think that at any point that you think that you probably was not going to be able to do this? It's like, oh man,
Nah,
no.
never, never. No, I've told that story, man. LJ is he's our blessing. It's our miracle baby, because Tiki didn't know. She was on the fence about whether she wanted to have kids or not. So I was the one pushing the envelope on that, like, come on now, have kids and this, that, and the other.
Come on now.
When she came off birth control, she was like, well, the doctor said it might take a while. She got pregnant instantly.
Just like that.
Instantly. I remember too when we went to do the sonogram, to see if he was a boy or a girl. She wanted a girl so bad.
Yes.
We was holding out there was gonna be a girl. And when they told us it was a boy, she was a little disappointed. So I had to act like I was disappointed walking out the room. But then, when I turned the corner, my chest was
I got my junior.
yeah, man.
My junior.
So no,
Janet.
no thoughts of ever not being able to do it. We just gonna have to figure it out, and
That
up for the challenge.
it is a blessing. It is a blessing.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
What you got going over there, LJ? You got some beads?
Yep, he got the beads.
Huh. You got some beads. I got some more beads for you. You're gonna travel. Yeah, man. I got some more beads for you.
More
You start
beads.
getting
Okay. We got a whole
more
bag
beads.
of beads over there.
Yeah.
We was a little worried at first, the pandemic. I'm like, how am I gonna get some new beads? And then my mom sent some beads. Buddies of mine were sending beads. I started getting beads from everywhere. And I'm like, LJ, you are truly loved because we got more beads than you can use in a couple of years now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And these one of the ones that I caught, and some of what Uncle Anthony caught at Mardi Gras in Mobile, where it originated. So we got some real beads. Yeah, man. So we're gonna make sure and get those to you. So I'm excited to see y'all next weekend. So John, before we bring this to a close, I've enjoyed the convo. So I wanted to ask you to kind of speak to a parent, be it a male or female, or some things that they could do to I guess just what would you say to a parent that may be struggling, that this is new for them and their kid may be 2 years of age? And I know they were saying, Dr. Latika said most times it's not diagnosed until they're about 4, but it can be as early as 2 years of age.
It's
So
too.
what is something that you would inspire a parent to watch for, or something to do? Just any positive words that you can give to a parent that might be struggling, because and sometimes they deal with shame.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with, because
Mhm.
because they don't know, they're not aware, and they wasn't expecting a diagnosis on their child. So
Right.
share something for a parent.
Well, um, work through that shame. I think it's important not to put yourself in a position where you feel as if shame is abnormal. So
Mm,
a lot of that, forgive yourself, because we have dreams of what we want our child to be. When I used to play my video games, I'm like, oh, my son gonna be taller than me, so I'm making him the quarterback on the football. I'm doing all of that, and you got dreams, and obviously an autism diagnosis can,
mm,
in some cases, shift that trajectory. But obviously, it's not on us to determine what our children are going to be. Regardless, they
absolutely.
come to us packaged as a gift, and it's up to us to cultivate the gift that's already within them. And so, like, let go of the shame, but understand that it's normal. So don't villainize yourself because of that feeling, but deal with it.
That's
But
right.
there has to be a process of accepting your child for who they are. And then when you can accept it, then you can value it, and
Yes.
you can
Wow.
start on that pathway of really building them up. And then for autism parent or a special needs parent, or a parent that's dealing with any type of situation that might have come out of left field that they weren't expecting, to accept it and to embrace it as early as possible, because then you can move into your new normal quicker.
Mm,
He was getting ABA therapy. We discovered ABA therapy probably when Tiki was in Orlando. So we
okay.
discovered that therapy then. But then when I got to Illinois, they were talking about occupational therapy to help him with his hands and all of that. And then they were doing different things in speech, because, you know, it was just all these things. And it was like, wow, we could have really been getting all of this done when he was 2, 3 years old.
Hmm.
you know, I can imagine the impact it would have had. But we only were able to do what we knew to do best. So, that's nothing to say on us. We did the best we knew how. But,
Absolutely.
you know, like my boss, his son is on the spectrum. He's 3, and he's getting all of the support that LJ is getting now. And I'm like, wow, imagine if LJ would have been getting that support at 3. And so there's just so much out there that you can get, but let go of that shame, accept it, but then let go of it. Embrace the beautiful, special child that you have. Embrace
Yes.
it. Like, just put
Yes.
your arms all the way around it. Embrace it. And
Absolutely.
then, all of these other things that come, the help that comes with it, the blessings, like, people be saying, hey, well, I know it might be harder because your son this, and that. I'm like, my son ain't complaining about he want a pair of shoes.
Come
I ain't got
on.
to worry about him sneaking on his cell phone trying to talk to no little old fast tail girl.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So listen, you can say what you want to say, but we blessed over here. So hey,
Yes.
and I say that for parents. I'll say that to anybody that can hear the sound of my voice. Embrace your situation,
That's
because
right.
you can't make the situation better till you accept it and embrace it. But if you
Exactly.
keep running from the reality of something, you can't overcome it, for lack
Mm,
of a better term.
absolutely. Wow. Wow. Powerful. I received that. I heard that. That is very, very true. You've got to, meet it head on. Face it, whatever it is. Like you said, it's not a bad thing. It
Mm,
is just the way they are, and no mistakes have been made. God is perfect. And so he definitely strategically, wired him the way he wired him, because that's what he
yeah.
had need of. So I'm grateful for that. Well, this has been amazing, man. I appreciate you and accepting the invite and
Oh man, it's an honor to be on here. I'm punching above my weight class to be on this show.
man, man. But I pray, it's been a blessing, to have this conversation. Like I said, I hadn't been feeling my best with the diagnosis, not diagnosis, but the vaccination I took on yesterday. So, but I was determined to push through. I'm just like, man, I'm looking forward to this, and I hate it was at this time, but nevertheless, we are here and we have completed the assignment that
Let
was
me be
given.
on record as saying I want you to be feeling good, so I don't support you pushing through not feeling good because we love you and we want you to be in the best of health, but we are honored to speak
Yeah,
with
I appreciate it. Yeah, I could not cancel. My husband said, babe, why don't you reschedule? You're not feeling well. I said, babe, I'm gonna push through. We're gonna get through it. I need to get him on. And it's
you.
been a minute and I was looking forward to it. So we have completed it and I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. But yeah, you give me a holler whenever we get back on track because right now I'm in wedding mode and
Right, I know the rest of the month is dedicated to the wedding and
yeah,
all
man.
that other stuff, and we are here for it.
I'm so
Celebration.
excited. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I thank you so much. LJ, Auntie loves you, and I'm excited. I'll see you next week. And thank you for being on the platform. It's been a blessing and very informative. I appreciate it. And I know that someone out there has been blessed just grabbing the nuggets. And so, gentlemen and ladies, whenever you get a moment, please share this episode of Table Talk with a Diva. And we are celebrating and making autism awareness. We want it to go viral. It is so important. The information is needed that we share and share and share. So please tag, like, and share the episode of Table Talk with a Diva. So we are bringing it to a close, and I want to say we will see you next month because this is the last episode for the month for Table Talk. The Diva's getting ready for a wedding, so I'm excited. But thank you, love you, LJ. Love you, man. All right, love you, John. We'll chat soon. You guys have a great night.
If it's
You too.
perfect, pushing, you've tuned in with Table Talk with the Diva. Why? Joining it might free us.
You like that,
Hey, and if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy's just gonna win. But God is giving you vision, and in the end, you shall win. Table Talk with the Diva.
Come on, Elle. Rock with me, rock with me.
Joining it might free up. Hey, hey. And if you're feeling down, come in. The enemy's just won't win. But God is giving you vision, and in the end, you shall win.
Bye-bye, Elle. All right.
Yeah.
You singing. I hear you, man. I hear you.